Okay, how's everybody doing? This is the back of my house. So I saw what the judge came back with the decision on Bonnie Willis today in Georgia. And Judge McAfee, I have to think it was a brilliant move on his part to do what he did. Because what he's basically saying, in my opinion, is when people look at him, they're going to have to go, okay, um, eh, we understand this was Fannie's fault. So if this case goes south, it's all on her. She's got a decision to hand that case off or to let her boyfriend go from the case. And I think by doing that, he removed himself from a lot of negativity. And I think that it was a really smart move on his part. And I think he tried to stick to the Constitution as much as possible. And I think he did a good job. I am not going to discredit his decision like a lot of other people are. Um, I definitely will vote for Trump over Joe Biden if it comes to it. But if there's a third person who's out there that's under the age of 60, I'll vote for that person instead. You know, that's where I sit. So you know, if I say I can't take it, I can't take this spasmodic osmosis of the one guy's voice, and that I can't imagine him being president either. Um, then maybe I'll go out there and collect the signatures and see how many states I can get lit up. Um, it's a possibility. For now, I'm running our primary here and one of our voter locations as a Republican in Toledo, Ohio. And if I don't see Trump pick a VP candidate that I like, there is a strong possibility that I'll go support somebody else. Um, Whoever you are, don't let your decision be fully on who you don't want to be in office. Pick somebody who's better than everybody else out of the list. There's going to be people on that list who they're not going to talk about on the news because they don't have money. They don't have $1 billion to run or 15 million to run. Um, I got less than $1 million right now. But reality, I'm probably the only person in the United States who should be a trillionaire right now, due to two different instances where I was an inventor and the company took and used a product that I came up with. So, um, you know, I know what it's like to be a poor person, lower middle class who gets the shaft because somebody rich runs off with your stuff. So, I understand the dilemmas people run into. Um, to be honest, I think that there's a lot of instances where if I had money, I could have been sitting in a better position. And I think I can relate to the average person out there who's been in that same position. But I'll also say this. When I was a kid, I was the vice president of production in one of my junior achievement groups. And the reason they gave me that job is because the two people they voted in as the president and the vice president, who were solely voted in because the group said, well, they'll know how to run a business because they've been running a business. I go, what? And yeah, they'll know how to run a business. So that's why I voted them in. I'm like, okay. They ended up asking me to be the vice president of production because none of the kids that were in the group wanted to work for the other people after they voted them in. so I ended up leading the production team on making our products. We made cheese balls, and they were really delicious. And I made sure everybody's hands were clean all the time because I was really picky. I want to make sure your hands are clean. Come on, go wash your hands. And that was my number one thing. Go wash your hands. Somebody getting stressed out, go outside, take a break, just a couple deep breaths, come back in, and let's keep it rolling. And I sold a lot. I sold the most out of anybody who did door-to-door sales. But the person who was president and vice president of our group, their parents owned companies, and every single person who worked for their parents bought one of our cheese rolls. So one of the two people outpaced me in our total sales, but the other one came really close. We were neck and neck, and all my sales were essentially door to door. So if I have to knock on doors, I can do it. And I think that if I find the right candidate to back, I'll back the right horse. So you guys keep that in mind. Keep your eyes open. Keep looking for the right candidate for you. Right candidate for you and the right candidate for me might not be the same person, but I want you to be happy with the decision you made, that at the end of the day, you can go to your kid and say, you know what, I did the right thing. I picked somebody that I know is going to benefit the job where I work. It's going to benefit the school where you're at. It's going to benefit our community. You have to look at all those different things, and the person's going to be honest with people and fair. I mean, try to pick somebody that benefits you, that is also going to be somebody that you know is going to be fair with everyone. Like Judge McAfee. I think he's as fair as he can be given where he's at. And appreciate your time. You guys have a good evening.